he asked.
Grandma, Rama's 14-year exile had ended, hadn't it?
Yes, it was finally time to head home. Rama turned to Vibhishana and said, "Now that Sita Devi and I have been reunited, it is time for me to go back to Ayodhya." Vibhishana was distraught, thinking of his impending separation from the Lord. He replied, "Oh Lord, please don't go immediately. You must be weary after the long battle. Stay here with me in Lanka to rest and recover." Rama said, "Vibhishana, I know your intentions are good, but please do not compel me to do so. My younger brother has vowed to jump into a burning pyre if I don't return on time. I cannot rest for a minute until I return and meet him. I am also longing to see my mothers, my gurus, and the people of my kingdom, Ayodhya." Vibhishana insisted once more. "Please, dear Lord, accept my hospitality before you leave." Sri Rama responded in gentle tones, "Shower your hospitality and love for me on my devotees. Treat my monkeys well. Make them happy and content. I shall consider the respect you show them as your worship of and love for me." Vibhishana arranged a Pushpaka Vimana for Sri Rama, Sita Devi, and Lakshmana to return to Ayodhya. Rama hugged Vibhishana and bade him farewell. "Vibhishana, rule Lanka as a wise and just king." He then hugged Sugriva and instructed him also to return to Kishkinda. When they saw that the Lord definitely would not remain back on their request, Vibhishana and the monkeys entreated him, "Since you don't want to stay, please take us with you to Ayodhya. We long to witness your coronation as king of Ayodhya." Sri Rama happily let them climb into the Pushpaka Vimana with him. As the Pushpaka Vimana flew through the skies, Rama looked lovingly at Sita. He showed her all the lands he had traversed to reach Lanka. He said, "Look, Sita, down there is the city of Lanka. Here is the battlefield where Ravana and Kumbhakarna were killed. Over there is the long bridge that the monkeys had built. Now we are flying over the kingdom of Kishkinda. This is the spot where Vali was killed." Then, addressing Sugriva, Rama said, "Invite all your subjects, male and female, to come along." The monkey women jumped up in joy when they heard that Sri Rama had come with Sita in the Pushpaka Vimana and that they were being invited to be guests at his coronation. The Vimana rose up again. Sri Rama pointed out to Sita the places he had wandered in search of her. He said, "Below is Shabari's ashram. Over there is the Godavari river, and nearby is Chitrakuta. Now we can see the river Ganga. Nearby is Guha's kingdom of Shringavera." As she gazed upon all the places Rama pointed out, Sita smilingly listened. The Vimana landed in sage Bharadwaja's ashram. They prostrated before the sage, who was a Trikala Jnani, aware of the past, present, and future. The sage blessed Rama, praised the Lord, and sang his glory. The divine trio and their entourage rested in the ashram. Rama called Hanuman and said, "Travel at once to Ayodhya and inform Bharata of our arrival. Let Guha also know that we are on the way." Hanuman took on a human form and went to Guha first, alerting him of Rama's arrival. Then he flew through the skies of Nandigram, where Bharata was living like a hermit. Uni interjected,
Grandma, how could Hanuman have known who Bharata was? They had not met till now. When Hanuman was sent to find Sita Devi, Rama gave him a ring. But in this case, it doesn't seem like he has anything.
Grandma smiled. "You are so smart, dear Uni. It was exactly this same thought that came to Hanuman when he reached the outskirts of Ayodhya. He paused in mid-air, wondering how he would be able to identify Bharata. Then he had a great idea. He started circling the air, chanting the glories of his beloved Lord, loudly, starting with his birth. The residents of Ayodhya also wondered who this strange creature was who seemed to know the stories of their beloved Rama. By this time, Bharata had been starting to lose hope that his brother would ever return. He had been standing outside his hermitage and had decided to build a pile of sticks which he could set alight and enter to end his life. Suddenly, he heard Hanuman's stories. Tears started pouring down on his face as he looked towards the skies. Hanuman sighted Bharata, sporting matted locks and garments made of tree bark, and he descended to the earth. Bharata was living like a sage and worshipping Sri Rama's padukas, which had been placed as a token of his presence on the throne of Ayodhya. Seeing Hanuman, he asked, "Who are you who sings the glories of my dear brother so sweetly?" Hanuman introduced himself and then recounted to Bharata all that had happened, from Ravana's abduction of Sita Devi to the killing of Ravana in battle and to the Lord's arrival in sage Bharadvaja's ashram. Bharata embraced Hanuman tightly. He informed Shatrughna that their elder brother was coming soon. They began preparations to receive him. Bharata ordered all the roads that Rama would be travelling along to be cleared and decorative banners to be hung. He waited impatiently for his brother to arrive. Unni commented,
Bharata must have been so happy to see Hanuman. Finally, he had news about what had happened.
Grandma nodded. At times that we are away from the ashram, news about Amma gives us hope and brings joy to our hearts, does it not? This must have been the way Bharata felt. The one big difference between us and Bharata is that he was so much more patient than all of us. He waited 14 years where he didn't receive any news about Sri Rama. He didn't even know whether his brother was alive or not. Bharata had immense patience, devotion, and humility. Not once in those long years did he consider taking the kingdom for himself. Though he could have lived in the palace and have every comfort, he never changed his simple way of life. This was how great he was. Amma says, even though the breeze blows everywhere, coolness will be felt more if we sit in the shade of a tree. In the same way, although God is all-pervading, His presence will clearly shine in certain places more than in others. That is the greatness of satsang. In the presence of a perfect master, one can experience God more than in any other place. Unni, let us be inspired remembering the meeting of these two great devotees, Bharata and Hanuman. May we always listen to the glories of our beloved Amma and seek out the company of devotees who inspire us.